A flash flood warning in effect the past couple of hours, set to expire in just minutes here, but some parts of town are still seeing some rain. Look at this cloud cover. The time lapse here from our 8 News Now tower cam shows multiple cells making their way across the valley, and monsoon moisture is making for a tricky commute in some areas. This is a look at some of the wet roads we've seen so far near Rainbow and Windmill. Thanks for joining us here at 5 o'clock. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Kirsten Joyce in for Brian. We showed you that amazing video, and we do begin tonight with live team coverage. Kate's in the Weather Center for Ted, where he's been tracking the storms. Sasha Loftus live at Decatur and Blue Diamond, where multiple vehicle crashes caused a fire hydrant to explode. And Patrick Walker is near Cactus and Rainbow, where the flood control system seems to have handled a pretty good test. Patrick, let's begin with you.
Well, Kirsten, good evening. And Denise, we talk about that test the flood system has been handling. That's because so much water fell in such a short amount of time, especially in the hillsides. We've moved up the street a little bit just actually a couple of minutes ago because we found some more flooding. We've been chasing this all afternoon, but we're at Blue Diamond and Rainbow, so we've moved up a couple of miles from our location during the 3 o'clock show, and you can see this dry wash, normally dry wash, now flowing at a pretty good clip, but based on the debris around it and the trash, you can see how much higher it was, and even as we look out into the street, you can see it is causing quite a problem. Look at all of the mud and rocks in there, and part of that is because the river was flowing so swiftly. It flowed around to the other side of this Arco as well. You can see that the pumps are closed off. There's a bunch of debris, rocks and mud in there as well. So the only business is people that are coming in trying to buy maybe something from the convenience store. There's no gas available, at least at this time, because they need to figure out how to get all of that cleaned up and make sure that that won't be a problem for people coming in. But we did see some other flooding as well. I mentioned a couple miles up the street. Let me show you some video from earlier where we were seeing some of the first flood waters coming during that flash flood warning. We really saw torrential rain coming down in the southwest part of the valley. We were driving around, and for several miles we saw a good amount of thunder and lightning and wind as well, so that was really pushing through and causing the creeks to rise in some of the normally dry spots as well. And as we come back out here live, you can see just evidence that it hasn't really rained this hard in this area this summer, because look at all of the trash that comes with the leading edge. Perhaps part of the reason that the channel backed up as well. And you want to speak about or talk about backing up, you might want to stay away from Decatur here, rather Rainbow, because traffic is backed up really far. For now, reporting live in the Southwest, I'm Patrick Walker, 8 News Now.
All right, it's a mess out there, Patrick. Thank you. Let's check in with another part of town now, not too far from Decatur and Blue Diamond. That's where Sasha Loftus is right now. Sasha, what's going on there?
Well, Denise, not something you see every day. Look at what is happening behind me here. Pretty crazy, active scene. That's a fire hydrant that was busted after a multi-car crash. It's shooting that geyser up at least 50 feet in the air here. Now, we're told 5 cars and a semi were all involved in this crash. Metro Police say 1 person was taken to the hospital as a result, but is expected to be okay. Now, I'd avoid the area altogether because a part of Decatur is shut down. As you said, this is near Decatur and Blue Diamond. Now, we don't know if the weather had anything to do with this particular situation, but we did see some significant flooding in Mountain's Edge just a few hours ago as well. You're taking a look at a raging wash right near Buffalo and Blue Diamond. You can see the water is at least a foot deep here. A lot of debris in that water as well. It's raging pretty quickly. It didn't affect the main roads, but it did wash out a few side streets, so that's definitely something to be aware of. Because we haven't seen rain here in the valley for a while, you will see those roads a lot slicker, could see a lot more issues, a lot more puddles, so just be aware and drive a little slower. And as for this area, again, Decatur and Blue Diamond partially shut down, so I'd avoid it altogether. Reporting live, Sasha Loftus, 8 News Now.
Thank you.